Welcome to Q Cars channel. Skoda is updating the Superb for a second generation since SUVs aren't everyone's cup of tea. The good news is that the Czech automaker is keeping both liftback and wagon variants of the large family car. Unfortunately, the latest version of the mechanically similar Volkswagen Passat will only be available with a larger roof. Mladá Boleslav has released the technical specs for its main product before its release in November. The conventional 2024 Skoda Superb will be 4,912 mm long, while the wagon version would be 4,902 mm. Neither of these models will embrace Skoda's new modern solid design language. Both of these measurements are an increase of 40 mm and 43 mm from the previous generation. Interestingly, the width of both versions will be 1,849 mm, a reduction of 15 mm. The liftback is now 1,481 mm in height, while the wagon is 1,482 mm. The 2,841 mm wheelbase is the same as before. The second version of the Superb will be introduced in the fall of 2023. The Superb's assembly line will be shared with the 2024 VW Passat variant when production moves from Květný, Czech Republic, to Bratislava, Slovakia. Since the European Union will no longer allow the sale of new cars with dangerous emissions after 2035, we might presume that this is the final generation to provide combustion engines. At this time, we are unable to provide a price. The base price of a 2024 Superb should be around $38,200, putting it in the same ballpark as other vehicles in its class. The next generation Superb will offer 645 liters of cargo space for the normal body type and 690 liters for the wagon, because a Skoda must be extremely practical. 20 and 30 liters more than before, respectively. The Combi model, as may be expected, has the same amount of space in the trunk as the new Passat made by Skoda. There are an extra few millimeters of headroom for the driver and front passenger, as well as the two rear passengers in the outer seats. Skoda hasn't fully revealed the shape of the Superb vehicle's cabin yet, although the gear selector has been moved from between the front seats to the steering wheel column. The new infotainment system will have a maximum display size of 12.9 inches and, mercifully, won't combine all functions, leaving some room for what Skoda calls manual controls. An all-new control panel that is very tidy and clear has been designed. When discussing the powertrain, we must first state that all of the engines are compatible with a 7-speed DSG, with the exception of the plug-in hybrid, whose electrified model has a 6-speed DSG. Front-wheel drive and a 1.5-liter TSI mild hybrid producing 148 horsepower, 110 kilowatts, are standard on the base Superb. Next up is a 2.0 TSI, which produces 201 horsepower, 150 kilowatts, in forward form and 261 horsepower, 195 kilowatts, with all-wheel drive. Because of the need to conform to stricter EU emissions laws, the top gas engine has less power than in the previous generation vehicle. The base 2.0 TDI diesel has 148 horsepower, 110 kilowatts, and front-wheel drive, FWD, while the more powerful option has 190 horsepower, 142 kilowatts, and all-wheel drive, AWD. The plug-in hybrid Superb 4 is only available as a wagon and generates a combined 201 horsepower, 150 kilowatts, from a 1.5 TSI and an electric motor. The PHEV's battery pack has been increased in size from 12.7 kWh to 25.7 kWh, which should allow it to go more than 62 miles, 100 kilometers, on electric power alone. The maximum AC charging power has been increased from 3.6 to 11 kilowatts, and the maximum DC charging power has been increased from 25 to 50 kilowatts. The hybrid vehicle from Skoda will have a 45-liter gas tank.
Thanks for watching.